When torque is applied to a flywheel, it does not immediately accelerate, but gradually builds angular velocity, storing energy in its rotation. This stored energy is a function of both the mass of the flywheel and the square of its angular velocity. In this way, the flywheel demonstrates how mass and motion intertwine to produce and store mechanical energy. Translating this principle to a broader cosmic scale, some theoretical physicists have speculated whether a similar mechanism could be responsible for the energy dynamics of the universe. The idea stems from Ernst Mach's principle, which suggests that local inertia frames are influenced by the large-scale distribution of mass in the universe. In simple terms, the inertia of an object here on Earth is not just an intrinsic property, but is somehow influenced by the gravitational effects of all matter in the universe. In this view, the application of torque to the flywheel and its subsequent resistance due to inertia could be seen as more of a localized phenomena. The resistance might be affected by the existence of distant galaxies and cosmic structures, implying a universal interconnection of mass and inertia. When torque is applied and the flywheel resists, the implication under this interpretation is that it is the gravitational influence of the entire universe that is responding to the torque. Therefore, the energy stored in the rotating flywheel is not isolated, but might be subtly linked to the mass energy content of the cosmos itself. One might consider how general relative frames this concept. According to Einstein's equations, the curvature of space-time is directly influenced by mass and energy. Every object with mass bends the fabric of space and time, affecting the motions of other objects. If one extrapolates from this, the act of spinning a flywheel could be, in a minuscule way, the act of spinning a flywheel could, in a minuscule way, interact with the curvature created by distant cosmic bodies. Though this interaction is imperceptibly small, it suggests a universe in which all motion and all mass are part of a grand interrelated system. Additionally, the energy within the universe is not merely kinetic or potential in a classical sense. Modern cosmology describes several forms of energy that permeate the cosmos. Dark energy, which drives the accelerated expansion of the universe. Dark energy, which influences galactical rotation and clustering. And the cosmic microwave background, a relic of the universe's early radiation. These components form an energy budget of the universe, and any complete model must account for the interactions and transformations between these types of energy. If one imagines the universe as a vast, slowly turning flywheel, one could draw analogies between its rotational inertia and the cosmological parameters that govern its evolution. Just as a flywheel resists changes to its motion, the universe resists certain changes to its expansion and structure. The balance of mass, energy, and momentum determines the large-scale dynamics of cosmic evolution. Furthermore, conservation laws, such as the conservation of angular momentum, extend from mechanical systems to celestial ones, providing a continuity of physical principles across scales. Some physicists have even proposed models where the entire universe can be described as a rotating structure. Though not widely accepted, these models attempt to explain certain asymmetries and phenomena observed in the cosmos. Whether or not these models are accurate, they demonstrate the intellectual curiosity that leads scholars to draw connections between mechanical systems like flywheels and the grand mechanics of the universe. In this framework, torque applied to the flywheel becomes not just a mechanical act, but a conceptual bridge to understanding energy, inertia, and mass distribution on a universal scale. It reminds us that the forces we engage with in daily engineering problems echo the profound interactions that shape the cosmos. And while the universe may not be a flywheel in a literal sense, the analogy invites deeper reflection on how simple mechanical principles can illuminate complex cosmic truths. The simple act of applying torque to a flywheel offers more than a mechanical lesson. It opens a window into the profound interconnectedness of matter, motion, and energy across the universe. This resistance, or the resistance a flywheel exhibits to changes in its rotation, traditionally attributed to its moment of inertia, can be seen through a broader lens as a manifestation of the gravitational influence of the cosmos itself. Whether through Mach's principle, or the curvature of space-time described by general relativity. The inertia experienced locally is deeply tied to the vast unseen mass spread throughout the universe. This perspective challenges us to rethink the boundaries between the local and the universal, showing how even everyday physical phenomena are woven into the grand fabric of reality. While the notion that the mass of the universe contributes directly to the energy within a spinning flywheel remains a philosophical and theoretical idea rather than a settled scientific fact. I do not agree with settled science, just so everybody knows. It inspires deeper inquiry into the nature of inertia, energy, and our place within the cosmos. As science continues to probe the frontiers of physical and cosmological, As science continues to probe the frontiers of physics and cosmology, such ideas remind us that understanding the universe requires looking beyond isolated systems to the interconnected whole. The flywheel, with its steadfast resistance and elegance, or elegant energy storage, serves as a metaphor and a tool, symbolizing the unity between the mechanics of motion and the vast scale of cosmic extension. The Sun is a massive incandescent sphere of plasma that serves as a primary source of energy for the solar system. Its ability to generate and radiate energy is central to the existence of life on Earth and drives countless physical, chemical, and biological processes. Understanding how the Sun transforms energy and how its mass behaves during these transformations offers profound insight into the fundamental principles of physics and the nature of matter and energy in the universe. At the heart of the Sun lies a process known as nuclear fusion. This process involves the fusion of light atomic nuclei, predominantly hydrogen, into heavy nuclei, chiefly helium. The immense pressure and temperature at the Sun's core provide the necessary conditions for this fusion to occur, overcoming the natural repulsion between positively charged atomic nuclei. When hydrogen nuclei combine to form helium, a tremendous amount of energy is released. This energy is the source of the Sun's radiant light and heat. One might ask, as fusion converts hydrogen into helium, whether the Sun loses mass in the process. The answer involves a delicate interplay between the laws of mass conservation and the equivalence of mass and energy, a principle brought to light by Albert Einstein in the early 20th century. Einstein's famous equation, which relates mass and energy, tells us that mass can be converted into energy and energy into mass. This equation fundamentally altered the classical understanding that mass and energy were separated, immutable quantities, or separate, immutable quantities.